Hi there everybody, Vampire here again, doing another after action review. This time I'm doing some high altitude stuff against an F-15. This F-15 here had previously shot me down, so I knew he was over there. I was low altitude on the other side of the strait in an engagement with an F-18. Ended up shooting the F-18 down, but I got a unannounced AMRAAM shot fired with F-15 TWS, so I had no indication until the missile was raining down on me. So to clear the cap out across the other side there, I decided to go high. So instead of heading out over the straight out over the strait, knowing there was an eagle there and he'd probably be waiting for me, which he was, I decided to come back here behind this wall of SAMs to gain altitude and airspeed for an engagement with a high altitude eagle. That eagle was operating probably about 20,000 feet, and I decided to pop up to about 45,000 feet for the engagement. Now AWACS gave me a picture, let me know where everything was at, and I was able to pick out the anomalies. One of the anomalies was this F-15 here. So I knew where the tanker tracks were, and I knew where the B-52 and the E-3 and these F-5s over here were. So anything that wasn't where those were at a weird altitude, I was able to pick out through a picture call from AWACS. So F-15 sensor and weapons advantages over the MiG-29. And MiG-29 is inferior in each of those aspects to the F-15. F-15 turned around. He already has me on radar right now. I don't have him at all. He initiated a climb up to my altitude. His mistake was initiating this climb too steep. He lost a lot of airspeed here in this climb just to get up to my altitude. While I'm cruising along Mach 0.95, nice and level, he is at Mach 0.6, Mach 0.59, 58. So he really decayed his airspeed there, which, you know, even having the superior systems, having that low of an airspeed gave him more of a disadvantage. But he still had advantages with his weapons. He could still hit me with an hammer. He still had me locked up already. I don't even have him yet. 35 miles out, nothing. So I'm sitting there scanning up and down, up and down. I know where he's, what direction he's at. I just don't know exactly the altitude, because AWACS is calling out all kinds of random tankers and stuff. One of the problems with DCS is a terrible AWACS. But this guy, he's set up for a shot right now. He fires his AIM 120. I don't even know his shot. He's in TWS. He's not hard locking me, single target track. So I don't know he's shot yet. I can assume though, because we're in certain range. So I finally get my radar lock, and I pop off an R-77, and then I, nose off a little bit to the left, to the right there, and then just give it a little bit of angle, still maintain my closure with him, hoping he didn't shoot that AMRAAM, but yeah, he did. And then he got another one off before I realized it. His AIM 120 went hot, lit off my RW bar, and had said, "Hey stupid, you're gonna die." I pop off 2 more missiles, an ET and ER, and did a break. That break saved my life, because the missile was Mach 1.6, so it couldn't maintain the turn with me. Now my missiles, every single one of them hit him, because he got greedy, kept coming at me. He should have broke off, turned away. I managed to outrun both of these last 2 missiles that he shot at me because of my turn away from him, and I punched in the burners, threw some chaff out. Chaff and flares didn't do anything. They still maintained their lock on me. I just kept running away and managed to defeat them kinematically. So I'm running away. It's always a good idea to run away after an engagement, because you lose your situational awareness of what's going on around you when this happens, because you got an enemy aircraft coming at you, shooting missiles, you're evading, running away. Things are, either going your way or not going your way, but you're concentrated on the threats. and you miss little things like a Su-27 coming in low. So I continue heading straight out. I don't know this is a Su-27. I didn't even know this guy was here. I was evading missiles. So I'm running away. I get up to Mach 1.3 right here. I get up to Mach 1.55 heading out. And about this time, the missiles fall off my RWR, and I can get an AWACS picture, and AWACS is saying, oh yeah, there's an airplane behind us. So I continue heading straight on, gaining speed, try to get as much separation between him and I. So 1.55, he's doing Mach point leisurely, not Mach 0.96. So I'm just walking away from him. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this a little bit. Okay, I get the cold call here, turn around, and set up for another engagement. He's turned cold, flying over the AO. I am searching, turning around to search for him. Okay, right here. Turn around to search for him. I'm in afterburner, so I believe because I didn't know he was a Su-27, he probably used his IRST to find me, and then get a radar lock on me to fire his R-27ERs. I get the indication immediately because of his single target tracking, Su-27. I realized that at this point I was probably facing a Su-27 because of the single target track and the huge ass missile trails. So I turn around cold and start to run, trying to run these missiles out of airspeed, which I'm going to do pretty handily. Right about here, they're at Mach 1.5, 1.4. So once they get to about Mach 1.2, they're in the transonic region because the missiles have supersonic airfoils on them. The winglets are supersonic airfoils. They need a shock wave to get their maximum performance. Once you get in the transonic region, that shock wave goes away and they pretty much fall like rocks. So I decide to go fangs out and try to re-engage here. I switch to my IRST because I know he's in afterburner chasing me. Immediately pick up a heat signature here, try to lock him up. He already gets another ER off me because he already had me locked. I managed 2 heat seeker shots, an ET and an R-73, and I do a break because that missile was getting huge in my windscreen. And I managed to defeat his missile and smack him in the face with 2 heat seekers. And that was the end of that. Alright, so I had 2,000 liters of fuel left, plenty to go fly around, maybe do another engagement, but I was almost out of missiles. Had 1 heat seeker left, decided to call it early and rearm, refuel Bandar Abbas. So that was that. Got another one coming up here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and crank that one out today too. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, let me know. Let me know if you want to see anything specific. I know I have a couple of engagements here that people have requested to see. I'm going to go ahead and try to crank those out too. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.